Hey guys, good evening to everyone. Thanks for joining. Am I audible?
Sir, screen is not visible, sir.
It's visible. Give me 1 second. Is it better now?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, apologies guys. Actually, I have a little bit health issues once again. So some eye issues. So that's why I did not take the class. So yeah, we started Sophos EDR. So in the Sophos EDR, we started a couple of dashboards already. So up to we completed alerts, we completed threat analysis, we completed logon reports, we completed. Next one, people we completed, devices it is pending, and also global setting it is pending. Shown couple of policies as well as protected devices also. So coming to devices tab. So devices tab here, example in our organization, how many endpoints are there? That may be laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop. So additionally, even Windows servers and respect to Unix operating system servers. So all those servers, additionally, even in your organization contains any mobile devices, that one also. So all those devices, normally we will install the respective Sophos EDR agent. And once we are installing Sophos EDR agent, automatically it will reflect here. So under devices, you can see there are four different types of classification or category. First one is the computers. So here computers meaning in all the laptop, MacBook, workstation, desktop, all those devices it will appear here. So next one is mobile devices. In case our Sophos antivirus agent monitoring mobile devices also, then it will appear respect to mobile devices. Next one is the servers. So servers dedicated to whatever Windows and combination of Linux both. So it will appear here. Unmanaged devices. In case it's not a Microsoft or not maybe Unix operating system, maybe some other devices, and something status is showing as a unknown or inactive, and it is not appearing properly and not able to identify what type of classification of the endpoint. In that scenario, it will appear here. So basically, health checkup we will check here as well as under the account health check also. So most of the cases here, example as I said, in our organization it contains 5000 endpoints, combination of different operating systems including servers as well. So all the endpoints related to laptop, MacBook, workstation, desktop we can see here, and dedicated to servers we can see here. So as I said last time call, whenever something got compromised, we have to rerun the scans, right? So after deleting the files and after changing the password, we have to rerun the antivirus scans. So where we have to do the rerunning the antivirus scans, here only we have to do. I'll show practical in the tomorrow class. So these are all the demo tool only. In practically in my organization, whatever we are using. So that time I'll show practically. Then we'll come to know what is exactly this one. Normally, whatever devices in online, it will show as a green color, and it is offline or it is in a passive mode, it will show in a red color. Whenever something it is showing in the red color, that means either agent issue or maybe okay, that may be unknown status issue, maybe software agent issue. So these are all different types of scenario. Maybe even server also shut down. So these are all the possible scenario. Something it is showing is a green color. So that means that device or end user system or server, it is an active and also antivirus agent running successfully. Okay. So that is the way how we can identify which systems or servers are completely inactive and inactive. Okay. Once again, I'm repeating. So under devices tab, we have to go and we have to see what are the devices are in active position and what are the devices in inactive position. You can see all the health status. Health status meaning here, so it will show sometimes in green color. That means it's well and good and running very nice. And sometimes it will show in the red color. So red color means some issue is there. That issue may be either software issue or maybe agent issue or maybe patch updates are not happening properly related to antivirus, all those difference. And also how can we classify the respective computer device, especially Windows and Linux. Windows means it's a Windows related symbol will be there. If it is a Linux means penguin symbol will be there. Penguin symbol is for the Linux operating system. And Windows operating system like a window, our home window, how it will be, it is similar to as it is. So that is about overall devices. Next one is a global settings. See, this global setting is mainly for administration wise, administration. So as I said in our last meeting also, so this is basically initial settings. Example, you can see administration, directory service. So directory service meaning here, if you want to integrate any Active Directory or maybe LDAP sync up or domain control sync up, we have to use this particular option. You can see here, example, select the directory service you would like to use. As I said several times, every tool normally we will integrate with Active Directory, primary DNS server, secondary DNS server, and also SMTP server. Why will integrate with Active Directory? To see who are all the users are available and what all the servers are available and what all the computers are available. That is for Active Directory integration. Second one is a primary DNS and secondary DNS. Why will integrate this one? In case mainly DNS is for the domain resolution. If primary DNS server is not able to do the resolution and some of the outage related issues will occur, in that scenario, we will use the secondary DNS server. Next one is SMTP server integration. SMTP server integration mainly for the to receive the notifications. Whenever any issue or any alert or any incident is coming, in that scenario, this SMTP server sorry guys, I think it's disconnected. Yeah. So under global settings, first one is Active Directory service. Directory service for the mainly Active Directory integration. This is also called LDAP integration. Active Directory mainly for the to see who are all the users are available and what are the servers we have available and what are the computers are running in the organization level. That time we will use this Active Directory. Okay, and even we will integrate SMTP server as well. SMTP server is mainly to receive the alert notification. Whenever something got hacked or it may be false positive and true positive, in that scenario, if we are integrating with the Active Directory, then we will receive the alert notification. And also we'll integrate the primary DNS and secondary DNS, mainly for the DNS resolution. Okay. If you want to integrate with Active Directory, so obviously we need Active Directory IP address or host name and also username and password. Whom we have to contact in this scenario? Anyone? To get the Active Directory IP address, host name, username, and password, whom we have to contact in the organization level? Anyone?
Server of authority.
Server of authority. Exactly which team? I mean, which team we have to contact?
Database.
Database. Are you sure?
Sir, blue team, sir.
Active Directory integration. We discussed already Active Directory. Who will maintain the Active Directory in the organization level? Which
HR
team
guy,
will?
sir.
Hmm?
HR guy, sir.
HR guy, Active Directory.
Sir, sysadmin,
Sysadmin, that is also called as?
Windows admin.
Excellent. That's perfect answer. So Windows admin guys, we have to contact. System administrator guys or Windows admin guys, because normally Active Directory is a Windows server. As I said, most popular one is Microsoft. This already we discussed all these things. Okay, so this Windows server will be maintained by a respective Windows admin team or sysadmin team. So if you are going there, if you are contacting, then they will provide the IP address or host name, and then they will provide the admin username and password. What is the port number for Active Directory or LDAP?
389, sir.
389. But we have to use secure communication. What is the port number?
SSL, sir. 443, sir.
No. LDAPs.
689, sir. 636, sir.
636. That's right. So we have to integrate using 636 port number. Okay, so that is one thing, global settings wise. Next one is a role management. Role management meaning here role based access control. What type of roles we have to define? So these are all the 4 different types of roles. Already we discussed this one also. Under people we discussed it, right? Super admin, help desk, read only, even user also available. So these are all the different types of roles. In the notes I provided already, you can see here role based access control. So these are all the different types of roles. And why we will use a devices tab? So devices tab, it will be used for to see how many devices are online and offline based on respective operating system wise. So devices tab. So example, we have seen computers. Next one is mobiles. Next one servers. Next one unmanaged devices. So that is the devices tab. I will show you practically this one tomorrow. Next one is global settings. So global settings tab we'll use for the Active Directory integration. Next one is role management. What are the different types of roles we can configure? Next one is SAM tool integration. Which method will use SAM tool integration for Sophos? We discussed already this one also last time. Which method we will use to integrate Sophos EDR logs to IBM QRadar or exam any SIM tool?
API config.
Yes, that's correct. API token management method. So what is the backend mechanism? Push or pull?
Pull method, sir.
Pull method, that's correct. Pull method. So this we can discuss in the future once again. So example, if I want to show practically what is API token management method, I'll go to Sophos Central and I'll go to global settings, directory service for Active Directory integration, role management, what are the different types of roles we have. API token management is for the SIM tool integration. Example, click on this one and add token. Example, I want to integrate with IBM QRadar. IBM QRadar is one of the SIM tool. So then save button here. Now you can see here. So one of the API access URL link it is generated and also access URL header it is generated. These keys we have to take. Then we have to go to IBM QRadar and we have to select Sophos EDR tool. Then we have to enter this particular URL and also this particular key. Once you are entering, in between Sophos EDR and also respect to IBM QRadar, connection will be established using TCP three-way handshake. Finally, so IBM QRadar pull the logs from the Sophos EDR. It's one of the integration method. In the similar way, in SIM tool, there are a lot of other integration methods also. Example, syslog server method, collector agent method, cloud connector method, WMA method, flow connector method. All these are different types of integration methods that we can discuss later. So sim tool integration also we can do here. Next one, you can go back related to global settings. And this one is for credential management. So example, your credentials, if you want to store, then we can use this one. Even we have a lot of third-party tools are there. Example, HashiCorp, Console, all these are different types of open source tools are available. We can example, maybe you can see Console. It's one of the tool. It's by HashiCorp. HashiCorp is an organization. Console is a tool name. It's an open source tool. It's a free of cost. This tool can also will store the credentials. Example, username, passwords, then secrets, keys like a private key and public key. All those things can be managed and maintained with this tool also. If you want to explain in the cloud environment, we have Azure Key Vault, AWS key management system that is dedicated to cloud environment. But if you want to implement in the respective tools wise, nowadays very popular tool is HashiCorp. HashiCorp can store and also save and rotate passwords, secrets, private keys, public keys, sensitive data basically. So that is about the overall console part. In the similar way, Sophos also supporting so credential management. So whatever keys we are generating, it will store that particular keys and passwords and so on. Sophos sign-in settings. So nothing but here you registered, right? Example, you downloaded a free trial, and from there you are registered and you received one of the account. You provide multi-factor authentication number, multi-factor authentication, and so on. That is nothing but Sophos sign-in. So these are all the verified domains. Whatever domains we are using the organization level, that one. Next one, federated identity providers. This is applicable to dedicated to cloud service providers. Okay. So Amazon Web Services and Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Oracle, Alibaba. Next one is IBM and so on. So those are all the example federated. Next one, registered firewall appliances. This is not applicable to EDR. This is applicable to firewall. In case if you are using any firewall, Sophos firewall, that is different concept. Sophos is supporting not only EDR, it is supporting server protection, it is supporting cloud optics, it is supporting mobile device management, it is supporting email gateway or email security solution, it is supporting zero trust native appliances or analysis. Next one, it is supporting firewalls as well. In case if you are using Sophos firewall, we have to register here. Okay, it's a dedicated to firewall, but we are discussing EDR only. This is not applicable. So that is about administration settings. Next one is general settings. So synchronized security. This one, it is a managing between the two products. Example, maybe EDR you are using, firewall you are using. In that scenario, if you want to maintain the synchronization, or maybe example two firewalls we purchased. In that scenario, configuration should be like a primary and backup. What a primary configuration we have, it should be matched with the secondary also. At that time, we have to use this particular option. Tamper protection. Tamper protection is dedicated to integrity of the respective files. So we discussed all the trustworthy of the data, and digital representation of the file is called integrity. So normally something it is a trying to add or delete or modify of the data. It's a part of integrity. That one can do even Sophos can do tamper protection as well. Okay, and website management. This is nothing but classification of the websites like app control and web application control. Additionally, it can do the what types of websites we have to allow and what types of website we have to block. Additionally, it can do the management of those websites as well. Okay. As I said, several. This is also web control, application control. Also called it as content filtering or URL filtering. That is a concept of firewall. Okay. Next one, proxy configuration. Example, if any user is trying to access any website, normally proxy we will use. Even proxy also we can configure. What the proxy server name, like a host name, maybe TCS, Zscaler.com. It's a proxy name, and port number vendor to vendor it will vary, but proxy port number is 8080. 8080 is a proxy port number by default. And username of the proxy server, always we have to provide admin. And what is the password? Example, password at the rate of 123. So now we are giving save button. In that scenario, what will happen? Whenever user is trying to access any application, websites, that request will come via Sophos EDR, then it will go to proxy. From proxy, it will go and it will see whether it is a blocklisted domain or whitelisted domain as per the business requirement. If it's a blocklisted domain, obviously end user cannot access. If it's a whitelisted domain, obviously end user can access. That is also supporting by EDR tool. Next one is a global exclusions. This already I told you. Example, whenever any file you identified, this is not a malicious file, but unfortunately, our tool is showing as a malicious. Example, last time I given one of the example related to Java developer. So Java developer is downloaded GitHub file or maybe Jenkins file from the open source, and that file doesn't have any malware or any virus or any worm or any ransomware, but our antivirus agent is showing as a malicious activity, and that agent is communicating to our Sophos EDR tool. And finally, Sophos EDR tool either quarantine or allow or block, or it will clean. Example, maybe it is blocked. In that scenario, respect to Java developer, will go and will see your Sophos agent is blocking our file. It's a genuine file. It's related to code or GitHub or Jenkins. Then they will go and they will complain to our EDR team. Then we have to go and we have to see whether really that file has a malware or not. In case that file doesn't have any malware, now we have to go and we have testing in the sandboxing environment. And finally, we have to see whether file is infected with malware or not. In case file is not infected by malware, so we have to do global exclusion. So we have to do here. We have to exclude that file name, file path, where it is located. So that's called global exclusions. Okay. So regularly we'll receive these type of things sometimes whenever any developers or DevOps team or TechOps team or maybe data science team, Java developer or any other developer or product developer, something they are trying to download, agent will treat as a malicious activity. Then we have to go on, we have to identify the reputation checks. Then we have to exclude. Next one is allowed applications. Nothing but what type of applications we have to allow and what type of applications we have to block. So nothing but websites related. Okay. Next one we have blocked items. One second. Blocked items. So blocked item means same thing. Whatever type of application we have, hash value. So as I said, this one hash value method. Did you remember when we have to use this hash value method? Anyone? When we have to use this hash value method?
To block the file hash value in the antivirus EDR tool.
Okay, we have to block, but what scenario we have to block? What is the exact scenario?
File integrity monitoring to is.
Okay. Which scenario we have to block hash value? We discussed this one already.
Rainbow attacks.
Hmm?
Rainbow attacks.
Rainbow attacks. No. This is malware tool we are discussing. Which hash value, pass the hash value and hash value, rainbow table hashes. That's correct. But I'm asking when we have to block hash value, which scenario?
Ransomware.
Not only ransomware. I need a proper answer. You are right, almost you are there, but exactly yeah, mimikatz is one type of hash value blocking, but I need a proper answer. So I told you in last time class also, whenever any file contain malware category of the attacks, not only ransomware. Example, yes. One of the system is got compromised by any malware category of the attacks. In that scenario, what did I say? First of all, we have to identify file name, file size, file type, where it is located, what the file is causing the issue, and so on. Then we have to take that file and we have to go to the sandboxing environment, otherwise virustotal.com or hybridanalysis.com. Then we have to check whether that file is infected by malware or not. In case that reputation check is showing as it is infected by malware, then we have to take the hash value, then we have to come to the EDR tool and we have to block the hash value. I already shown a couple of examples also. Example, virustotal.com. Okay, example virustotal.com. Maybe you've identified one of the file is causing the issue. So example maybe Sophos. Then I will go and I will upload here. Then I will check the what is the status. Now you can see out of 61 vendors, 0 vendor is saying that it's a clean file. So example maybe 5 or 1 or 2 or 3, maybe 61 out of 61. In that scenario, we have to suspect that one is a malware. Then finally, as I said, you can go to details tab and take SHA-256 value and take this value. The example, this one of the file, one of the end user system or server, they downloaded and this file has. So what the file name here, you can see file name is Sophos Central AD Syncup Setup.met. So example, this file causing maybe issue. So this file we have to upload, and after uploading, you have to check the reputation of the file. And in case, as I said, out of 61 and 5 vendors are showing that it's a malware infection, and we have to suspect that one is causing the infection. Then we have to take this hash value SHA-256, and we have to go to the Sophos EDR tool, and we have to put the Sophos EDR tool. Why are you blocking this item? This hash value of the file contains malware infection. So then in case any space is there, just you can remove the space also, front and back. Then you can add. Now we are, this is called hash value method. Even though in future, any other employee, they are trying to download this Sophos dot example, 1 second, virus total, yeah. Sophos Central AD syncup.setup.msi. Then in that scenario, automatically it will block because already we blocked the hash value. It's one type of signature now. One type of signature now. So that is called hash value method. And also additionally, whatever file it is causing the malware infection, we have to delete the file, and also we have to rerun the scans. That's what we have to do. Okay. What is the bit number for MD5? What is bit number for MD5?
Sir, 32, sir.
What is bit number for MD5?
125?
60, sir.
No.
64, I think.
So I'll put hash value algorithms.
128, sir.
Yes, 128. What about SHA-1?
160, sir.
Right. So MD5 is 128. SHA-1 is 160. And SHA-2?
256.
Yes.
256.
So MD5 and SHA-1 has a weak ciphers. This we can discuss in the application security under integrity. We have separate topic is there. That time I'll ask all these questions. Please remember. Okay, so that is about hash value algorithms. Always we have to prioritize SHA-256. Now we went and we already, okay, what are the different detection methods in antivirus tool or EDR tool? EDR tool.
EDR tool, behavioral pattern, that is
Okay.
machine
Hash value
learning
method, signature based method,
signature.
signature based method, hash value method, behavior pattern method, heuristic method,
Yes.
unboxing,
Correct.
baseline method.
That's correct. So you are right.
Those
So
are
all
the,
those are
those are the
methods.
6
Yeah,
types of methods.
right. You are right. So it's one of the method is called hash value method. This is what practically, so we can use for hash value method. Something is got compromised and that file has any malware infection. Okay, in that scenario, we have to identify the hash value and we have to block the hash value. Not only this one, example now Russia and Ukraine war is going on. So daily we will receive the different types of hash values. How we can receive the hash values? We have a lot of threat intelligence. Threat intelligence meaning here. So regularly malicious IP addresses will come, malicious hash values it will come, malicious URL links it will come, malicious domains it will come. Malicious hash values where we have to block. Malicious hash values where we have to block.
In URL, sir.
Malicious hash values where we have to block.
In
EDR tool.
and firewall.
EDR tool, this field only. Example maybe OSINT. It's one of the open source intelligence. Okay, it's a threat intelligence basically. Exports, IBM exports. IBM exports. It's one of the intelligence. Or otherwise, we have next one is checkpoint intelligence and CrowdStrike. All these are intelligence. So these are all things regularly they will do some of the malicious things. Now once we are getting the news, example malicious hash values, now we have to go and we have to block, example maybe our OSINT, open source intelligence. So regularly they are updating the hash value. Right now example Russian Ukraine war is going on. So there may be regular water hash values they provided. We have to go and we have to identify the hash values from here. Okay, malicious file analysis. So then we can go and check wherever hash value is available. We have to go and we have to see. Hash value. This one of the websites, somewhere hash value option is available. We have to take that hash values regularly. This one they will update. It's one type of database basically. In the similar way, IBM exports, this one also they will update. And threat intelligence, all these are commercial, but OSINT is a open source. Okay, once that hash values are coming, then what we have to do? We have to go. Malicious means a dangerous one, as I said. We have to go and we have to add example hash value name, that particular copy paste. Example is the hash value, and this one is as per OSINT or maybe IBM exports or maybe a CrowdStrike or maybe one more checkpoint. So these are some of the couple of examples. Then we have to go on because already it is there. That's why it's not accepting. Same already hash value already defined. That's why it is not accepting. So okay, understood, right? So in such a way we have to give save button. Now whenever any attacker is trying to do attack using this one, in that scenario, this hash value is already blocked in our organization level. We are taking a proactive, not reactive. There are two different types of attacks we have. One is proactive, one is reactive. Reactive meaning here, so it's got already compromised. Proactive meaning here, so we are doing the proactive threat hunting. So regularly, what threat intelligences are coming, malicious IP addresses we have to block in the firewall, malicious hash values we have to block in the EDR tool, malicious domains we have to block in the DNS or SMTP server or firewall, malicious URLs we have to block in the proxy and firewall. I already told you these four are very important. So these four things we have to block. Okay, if we are blocking this one, advancedly we are blocking everything. Even the attacker is sending the respective malicious URL links, what are we blocked, malicious hash values, what are we blocked, malicious domains, what are we blocked. So it's already blocked in our organization level. When a similar type of things it will come, it will already blocked. So attacker cannot do anything. This is called proactive. So if you want to explain the practical way, so example, maybe you are suspecting maybe corona wants to come to you. In that scenario, couple of symptoms it is coming to you, proactively will go and you will take maybe citizen or maybe paracetamol or maybe vaccine or maybe kashayam and so on. Okay, so proactively you are going and you are putting before entering into your body. So that is called completely proactive way. So this is a part of even threat intelligence also. It's one of the proactive threat hunting. In sim tool we will discuss about proactive threat hunting. Proactively you are going and blocking, and finally nothing is not getting compromised in the organization level. That's called proactive threat hunting. So this is example hash value we are discussing now. In the similar way, IP addresses, domain values, malicious URL, this also we have to block. So that is about hash value method. Okay. Next one we have bandwidth use. Sorry, manage update caches and messages relays. So where is the hash value method is available? Hash value method is there. Hash value method. It's a part of settings tab, global settings tab. Under general settings, under blocked items. Okay, in such we have to analyze everything. Every tab you have to analyze basically. That means you are perfect for implementation as well. Whatever we are discussing, it's implementation basically, it's not operational support. Okay, next one. Manage update caches and message releases. This is whenever we are getting antivirus updates. In that scenario, we have to use this particular option. Okay. Next one, bandwidth usage. Bandwidth usage related to how much bandwidth utilizing. Okay, limit we have to keep. Example, our Windows server is reaching up to 256, or maybe Linux server. We can put it customized also. This is dedicated applicable to Windows only. Right now they are supporting. Linux they are not supporting. So by default they are keeping as 256. But in our organization level, maybe you want to change to 512, you can change to 512 as well. Once our respective devices like a laptop or MacBook or workstation, maybe our Windows servers, not MacBook. MacBook is not applicable. Only Windows related. Laptop, Windows. Okay, next one is the desktop Windows, workstation Windows, and Windows servers. If it is reaching 512 kbps of the bandwidth, then automatically alert will be generated. So your server configuration or your laptop configuration or maybe your workstation or your desktop is reaching up to 512 kbps, more than 70%. So if it is reaching to more than 100%, obviously it will crash. It will damage. Finally, it will cause, as per CA triad, which type of issue? Bandwidth utilization is reaching to more than 100%. Finally, server or end user system is getting compromised, not compromised, crashed or damaged. Which type of issue? As
Availability issue.
yeah,
CI.
availability issue. Yeah, availability issue. So that's why even it is supporting the bandwidth utilization also, process monitoring, CPU utilization monitoring. Okay. Next one we have admin isolated devices, not this one. Okay, configured email alerts, SMTP server integration. As I said, every tool we have to integrate with the Active Directory, primary DNS, secondary DNS, and also we have to integrate it with SMTP server. So we have to add button is available. So right now we are 2 members. Right now, unfortunately, we don't add button. Let me see. Is there any add button? So add button is not showing, but add button will be there. Who wants to receive the alert notification? Who wants to receive the alert notification? Last time I created this one, right? Suresh.mo, one of the role. Did you remember? One of the role I created, onboarding. This person is onboarding in my organization. I will raise a ticket and I will provide the access. So now these two people will receive the respective notification. Whenever some of the alerts are coming or attacks are coming, these two people will receive the alert notification. Okay. So if you want to configure distributor list, yes, we can do that one as well, like multiple people. Okay. So unfortunately, this is not available. Custom rules also we can create, and exceptions also we can create. Okay. Let's go and see what are the custom rules. So who are all receive the alert notification? Example, admin team has to receive the notification. Next to super admin team, help desk team. These three people, maybe help desk team because they are a part of L1, L2 integration. And click on next button. And name of the people, who are all the people has to receive. And finally finish. Then finally they will receive the notification. So instead of that one, we have to provide the even overall distribution list. Stock at the rate of, okay, wipro.com. Everybody will receive the alert. So this is the SMTP server notification configuration. Next one is configure recovery key set, encryption recovery key set. So this encryption recovery keys, when we will use, it's a dedicated encryption mechanism. As I said, even Sophos is supporting encryption. Is for physical damage or physical theft. So as I said, under endpoint protection, we have 5 types of or 6 types of the antivirus solutions. One is antivirus or EDR. Second one is HIDs, HIPS. Third one is DLP. Fourth one, file integrity monitoring. Fifth one is encryption. Sixth one is MDM. So this option is dedicatedly applicable to encryption. Example, one of the person is a forgot the BitLocker key or maybe encryption key. So as I said, whenever if you want to log into respective system, so nowadays we are providing encryption also, enter hard disk encryption, data at rest. So we have to enter the first key of the encrypted, example 1 2 3 4 5 6 example. Then once you are giving the BitLocker key, then we'll ask username and password. Then we have to click on our whatever credentials we have, username and password, and click on login button. That is the normally how we can integrate. It's like an additional layer security control. So if you want to recover that one, we have to use this particular mechanism. Maybe a couple of people, they will forget the numbers, right? Normally nobody will use 1 2 3 4 5 6. If complicated one, if they are using, if they're forgetting, then we have to recover that particular key. Next one is admin isolated devices. If something, any attack is coming and you are doing containment, there is no need to go to the respective devices and we can do the containment. Directly we can go and we can select here and we can do containment. Click on this containment. That's all. It will go to network isolation. Containment meaning here network isolation. So in current times we have seen all containment zones. Nothing but isolated zones. Nobody has entered into the respective containment zones. Same thing is applicable to here also. So you are feeling like infection is going to other systems as well, like a worm. In that scenario, whatever system it is got compromised, that particular system you have to isolate it. But you are part of Wipro or you are part of Infosys and your client is in the USA or maybe UK or maybe Germany or maybe some other location. So how can you do the isolation? Whether you'll go and respect to other country and will you do isolation? It's impossible. Otherwise, point of contact will go and you will reach. It will take a lot of time. So directly we can go and we can select that particular IP address, whatever system it has got compromised, and you can do isolation. That's all. This is called network isolation or device isolation. Otherwise, it's called network isolation. Otherwise, you can call containment. Containment meaning here network isolation. Containment of the device meaning here whatever system it is got compromised, we have to do network isolation or disconnecting from the LAN, local area network, because why we have to do, other system should not get impact. So that is called containment of the devices. Okay, go back to here. Next one we have forensic snapshot. Forensic investigation is a different analysis. Example, maybe police departments, maybe airports, or maybe Supreme Court or High Court. Forensic analysis meaning here, either you can take example, maybe police department. Police department, they will use a walkie-talkie, other kind of devices. in case one of the police is forgot their particular device, or maybe he lost somewhere else. He lost somewhere. In that scenario, in case their calls are very confidential to the other people, one of the person is a got that particular mobile. Even Navy and Army also it is applicable. Whatever phones they are using, everywhere confidential data will be there. Someone, okay, so someone took or someone, okay, identified that particular devices, or maybe someone is robbed also. In that scenario, so whatever data it is available, if we, okay, example, one of the attacker or one of the person got that particular maybe laptop or maybe phone and so on. So what data he copied or what data he has taken, in that scenario we have to use the forensic capture. Okay, so we have raw image and virtual image is available. So raw image is nothing but image will be there for every phone, every laptop. That one will be maintained by server team. That image we have to take and we have to scan and we have to identify what type of data is copied by the attacker or maybe whoever got the device. Okay, example, we have couple of tools are available. Even in India also, Indian government, forensic cases is pending in the Supreme Court and High Court. Supreme Court, not in High Court. Around 3 lakhs cases are pending. 3 lakhs cases are pending in the Indian government. We have forensic labs are available in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, and next one is Mumbai. Recently, they deployed one more forensic lab. Okay, so that forensic case are a lot of pending. So that case will be the forensic capture. Instant response is different and forensic analysis is different. Forensic analysis, what type of data he copied and whether it is a critical data or non-critical data. So that type of things will be the forensic. We can take the either raw image or physical image also. Physical image meaning here, whatever example, maybe take mobile and you have to mobile, we have to connect it to the respective tools. We have a couple of tools are available. Example, you can go and you can see oxygen forensics. So oxygen forensics is one of the tool. You can see here mobile forensic analysis it will do, computer forensics analysis it will do. So this one of the product. Okay. Next one we have FTK, forensics toolkit. It's a part of, I think, access data. So it's a completely different role, guys. Don't think about this one. Forensics toolkit. Yeah, this forensics toolkit is different one. So there are a lot of products we have. You can see FTK is very popular tool. Okay. Next one we have NCase. NCase also very popular one. NCase forensics. Now NCase forensics is took by OpenText. It's another company. That one they purchased. So these are all some of the products. These products we will use, and finally we will run the scans. So this different concept. Even Sophos will do the basic, not completely. It will do basic. Okay. When I was working in Middle East, that time I implemented for Abu Dhabi police station and also Abu Dhabi airport. For these two different customers, I implemented a couple of tools like FTK. I was saying, right? FTK and also NCase forensic. These tools I already configured and implemented in their airport and police departments. Okay. Whenever any terrorist or any unknown person is coming and they are copying something, they are trying to rob something, in that scenario these tools are very helpful. Okay, so that is different concept. I'll explain later. Once again, if you are going to sim tool, that time I'll explain. That is basic only it will do, but not exactly. And Marvel sample submission. So what is mean by this one? Example, you identified one of the file has a malware. You identified in the sandboxing environment, virustotal.com or hybridanalysis.com and so on, but still you are not came to conclusion. So whether really that file has a malware or not. I'm repeating. So you use different types of manual malware analysis or automated malware analysis, sandboxing environment, or maybe virustotal.com or hybridanalysis.com. Still you are not able to identify whether really that file contains malware or not. In that scenario, what we have to do, we have to take that file and we have to submit. We have to do password protected and we have to submit to Sophos. Now Sophos R&D team, research and development engineering team, they will take the file and they will test in their environment, and then finally they'll give verdict. So whether it is infected with malware or not. So that is called malware sample submission. Who will do this in this scenario? This one will be done by a respective vendor. In this scenario, Sophos vendor. Not in Sophos, any vendor. You are not able to identify what exactly the issue, whether really it's a malware infection is available or not. Then you have to take that file and you have to do password protected file. Then you have to raise a case with the vendor, or you can submit here. Then they will receive the file, and then they will do the reverse engineering as well as malware analysis, like a static and dynamic. Finally, they will come to know that whether it is really infected by malware or not, because they are like a hackers. Red team will be available. Red team is nothing but hacking team. Okay, so that is called malware sample submission. Who will do this malware sample submission? Vendor will take care. Malware sample submission, this one will be taken care by vendor. Vendor means whatever vendor we are using. In this scenario, Sophos. Next one. Reject network connections. So this reject network connections, whenever any health checkup related issues are there, any thing if we want to disconnect home isolation, we have seen one more isolation, right? More, I mean top, I think admin isolated devices. In this similar way, even network rejections we can do here also. Either we can use admin isolated devices or reject network connections. Either of the things we can do. Next one is SSL TLS decryption of HTTPS website. So whatever encryption mechanism it is happening, if you want to see whatever data is sent it by the respective attacker and so on, we can even Sophos will support for decryption. So that process I will explain later. What is SSL TLS mutual authentication? That time you'll understand this one. Device migration. Example, maybe you want to migrate from Sophos central account to another account, maybe McAfee or maybe Semantic or Trend Micro. Example, completely you are changing the solution. In that scenario, we will use a device migration. Next one is cloud optics is not applicable to us. Email security is not applicable to us. Then Office 365, DLP. Okay, DLP rules I will explain. So DLP rules. Okay, example, I want to create a new rule. Normally data can be leaked in the form of email, in the form of PII data, PHI data, websites, next one cloud, and also pen drives. These are all the ways how the data can be leaked. So basic information of the rule, example, may PII data, that's what personal identifiable information. And send an email at who has to receive this particular data can be leaked. Example, sock at the rate of wipro.com. So next one, conditions. When the file contains, when the destination is, like a Boolean algebra conditions. So backend they will use like a if and else, C programming language and so on. So next one is where the file matches, example PDF or Excel and so on, where the file type is, category of the file is, and actions, allow file transfer, allow transfers of the user confirm, block transfers, example block transfer. So next one, next rule configuration, and next one we have to give save button. So this is the way how normally we have to define the respective. So now file contains, example, maybe our customer is belongs to bank of PI data. This is PI data basically. So PI data of Australia, our customers belongs to Australia. I selected Australia. Destination is, example, either email or maybe internet browser through websites, or maybe through meetings, instant messaging, meaning here Skype or business or WhatsApp or maybe Slack channel, Microsoft Teams. All these are called instant messages. Click on instant messages. Internet browser, example, maybe social network like LinkedIn and so on. Voice or through voice or any data is leaking, like phones or storage level. So these are all things. Finally, you can give finish. So whenever any file is doing related to PI data in the Australia continent, because our customer related to Australia, in that scenario, so data should be blocked or file should be blocked if that email, that file contains it through via email or through any team meeting or team chats, or maybe through voice or IP, or maybe through storage wise, or maybe through files wise. In that scenario, automatically it has to block. That's what I said. It will do basic DLP, not exactly uh, other DLPs via email. Did you see? USB is not there. USB is missing. Remaining all other options are available. Okay. So this is called DLP related rules. Please go and play all these, please. Okay. Next one is content controls list. So if you want to create multiple policies and rules related to DLP, we have to use this one. Okay. All these are called implementation, guys. Whatever right now I created one of the rule is, so implementation policies. I showed, right? DLP, what are the different types of policies we have to configure under DLP? So at that time itself, I told email is one policy, USB is one policy, websites is one policy, next one, cloud is one policy. All those different types of policies we have to configure. So this is the one. Okay. So that is practically I have shown. So policies. So these are the policies, right? That's what I said, theoretical way. Whenever something you are working on, whatever theoretically I discussed, you can compare with practical. Then it's easy for you. You can see this is what I told you, right? So websites, so email, cloud, or PI, PHI. Same thing it is showing is a practically as well. So whenever somebody is trying to do now, automatically alerts will be generated. Then these two are out of scope, not required. And endpoint protection. So if you want to get the regular updates, we have to, our antivirus updates, we have to use this one. A live response meaning here. So if our system is connecting to any command and control server as per cyber criminal process, it will go and it will see what is the IP address. It will check the malicious IP address and it will block it. That's called live response, like a online. So streaming, online streaming is called live response. Data lake uploads, we have different types of queries. Under the threat analysis center, we have different types of queries, right? MITRE framework queries, email queries. There are more than, I think, 382, I think so. Not 382. Somewhere. How many queries, guys? I forgot.
25.
382.
Yeah,
sir.
382. Yeah, 382 only. So these 382 queries will be updated. So under the, okay, data lake updates. Okay, I'm going back to global settings. So data lake uploads means that one only. Okay, next one, server production. This is applicable to dedicatedly, same thing. Okay, Linux and Windows servers. Okay, same, almost both are similar only. Even servers, it's a part of AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, that is also applicable. And remaining same as this, whatever endpoints are there. Okay, so these global settings relate admin config. This is also called admin configurations. So every tool has a, by default, as I said, dashboards, reports, admin configurations or admin settings are there. Everything, whatever we are configuring under the global settings or admin configuration is a complete implementation level, implementation approach. Okay, so please go through all these. Third-party connectors. Third-party connectors meaning here, if you want to integrate this one with any other vendor or tool, that time we'll use third-party connectors. Right now, it is supporting only for Office 365. Maybe in future, they'll support other vendors as well. Okay. Next one, protected devices. What protected devices? Anyone? What is this option? What is protected devices option? Why will use this one? It is showing already. What is the
Endpoint-
importance of this?
Endpoint protection.
No, what is the importance of this one? What exactly we have to do in this one, in this protected devices tab?
Downloading, sir. Downloading.
Excellent. That's perfect. Downloading of the agent. Downloading of EDR agent. You can see download complete Windows installer, this Windows agent. I already told you that time itself, last time itself. And also download for Mac. If you are using MacBook, we have to download this one. And in case, if you are using Linux servers or Windows server, where we have to download. So now this agent only we have to deploy in the respective. Okay, this one is for Windows, this one is for MacBook. What about server Linux or Windows servers?
Linux, it will not support, I think, sir.
It will support. Sophos will support Linux as well. I showed practical last time also. Under server protection, you can see
Okay.
server protection option is available. And go to server protection, you can see protected devices. You can see it is supporting for Windows as well Linux. So protected device, that's giving each and every tab. You'll forget it, I know that. So that's why I'm writing each and every tab what is the importance.
Sir, after installation only it will be working in our system, right?
Yes. So after installation only, the devices we can under the devices tab. Protected devices field is for downloading of antivirus or EDR agent. This agent we have to install in every end user machine and also server. So that is called protected devices field information. So next one, you can go back. Sophos Central. Account health checkup. So as I said, account health checkup, we can see under two tabs. One is devices tab, one is account health checkup. So finally, what is the account health checkup? It will represent account health check. It will
Sir, single
represent
credential we can use for multiple systems.
single credentials.
We can use for login multiple systems.
If you have the same username and password, yes, we can. Otherwise, it's not possible. So
Thank you,
it
sir.
will yeah, you're welcome. It will represent the health checkup of the machines. Okay, so those are all the fields. Now go back here. These are all the Sophos, I mean, main fields are over. Now go back to our EDR and server protection. So now EDR. So if you want to integrate Sophos EDR tool, where we have to go? If you want to integrate Sophos EDR logs to SIM tool, how can we integrate Sophos EDR logs to SIM tool?
API token manager.
API token management method, that's perfect. Where we have to go and we have to block. Sorry, we have to integrate.
Global things.
We have to go to the global
Go to
settings.
global
Yeah.
settings tab,
Yes.
and we have to generate API token.
Yeah, administration, under administration, API token management. That's perfect. So these are all things also we have to remember. Why? Because in SIM tool, they will ask all these. How can we integrate firewall logs? How can we integrate Sophos logs? How can we integrate EDR logs? How can we integrate the server logs and so on? So this is one of the example. Practically, they will ask all these. This is completely once again SIM implementations. So whatever I am saying, this is like a SIM implementation also. Log collection or log integration. It's like a implementation. So whatever logs, I mean, whatever log sources we have, every log source we have to integrate. Now go back here. So now this is dedicated to endpoint product EDR. So whatever EDR devices we are installing, all those things it will show here, like a dashboard. As I told, every tool will support for dashboard. It will provide summary of the what's happening, security posture of the organization, what's happening. It will represent a graphical representation like a bar chart, pie chart, trending chart. and it will provide overall devices summary, how many devices we have. Example, 5,000 machine means all those 5,000 machines. Okay, so all these information will provide dashboards. And logs and reports, it will be provided two types of logs. This already we discussed. Okay, so one is related to audit logs. What are my audit logs in Sophos? What is,
Authentication.
yes, excellent. Authentic, whoever is logged into the Sophos tool, authentication failure and authentication success, that is related to, okay, audit logs, security and audit logs. Then what about, what is other types of logs we have there under the Sophos EDR other than this one, audit related logs? Other than what types of logs we can integrate? One is audit, second one, you forgot the tab. So we have logs and reports tab.
Reports,
Under this
sir.
one,
Report.
no, malware logs. So what is the main focus of the our EDR tool? Malware logs, right? One is events. It's even nothing but malware events. You can see show all security events such as malware detections on your devices and let you know filter the generic reports. So events is nothing but all the malware related. One will integrate malware logs, one will integrate audit logs. Audit logs is for the brute force attack types of attacks, and the events is related to malware infection. So once we are integrating these logs using API token management method, whenever any issues will come in the EDR tool, these logs are already going to SIM tool. In the SIM tool, as per the policies whatever we configure, then it will generate the alert in SIM tool as well. You have to understand the flow basically. So example, one of the end user is trying to download one of the file from YouTube. So that file has a malware. Now antivirus agent, it will communicate to Sophos EDR. Sophos EDR backend, it will generate one of the log. That log we are integrating to SIM tool. In SIM tool, we'll create one of the correlation rule or use case related to malware. Then finally that logs, it will go and it will hit the correlation rule. It will generate the alert. For every tool, these are all the concept only. Okay. So events also we are integrating. That's what I asked the question. So one is events related to malware logs. Second one is audit related logs we have to integrate. So now people already we discussed, and computers also we dedicated to computers. And the next tab is very important. Tab is policies tab. So how many people are went through this policies tab, guys? Did you go through this one? So this is very important tab. So according to these policies tab only, it will alert the notification. Either it will allow, or either it will block, or it will clean, or it will quarantine. So already I think last time I discussed about threat protection. Example, ransomware attack. Example, uh, policy enable and settings, I think. Yeah, settings. So example you have seen. Okay, so malware attack, ransomware attack, not here, down. Yeah, you can see runtime protection. So runtime protection related to ransomware attacks, and also file it is got encrypted. Then it is also master bought record. Example, rootkit attack, privilege escalation attack. Those type of it will identify. Driver downloads, web browsing related. Something end user is trying to download any files. Example, you can go and you can see maybe iCar. It's entire question, guys. What is iCar? It's from Trend Micro. If you want to download any malware files, it's a malware test files. iCar website is for iCar website. It's from Trend Micro. Previously it is open source. Now it is a Trend Micro. It's a European some testing files, malware related testing files. I think full form you can see. The European Institute of Computer Antivirus Research. So this is the full form. So what they are doing? So they are doing testing of the malware files, testing samples files available in iCar website. If you want to test some of the virus files, whether your antivirus agent is working or not, I will show you practically. Testing sample files available in iCar website. So example, now I want to go and I want to see whether my system is protected by antivirus agent or not. So just you can click on this website, and if you are opening this website, we have a couple of samples are available. So malware files, where is the file? You can see here. So this is one of the malware file. 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 All these are malware files. If I'm clicking on this file, okay. So if I want to test whether my antivirus is not working or not, let's see whether my antivirus is working or not. Otherwise, my system will get compromised now. Let's see. You can see here. So whether it is downloaded this file, whether the file is downloaded.
No, sir.
So what is the response I'm getting back here? So it is getting back, yeah, it is showing that, okay, so that file, in case actually that file has to download, it's not downloaded. In case that is file is downloaded in our laptop, means your system will get compromised because it's a malware file. Now in my system already I have Symantec antivirus agent. So already we are in Symantec in my organization level. For servers we are in Sophos. For end user machines we are using. Okay, so you can see here, this is agent basically. This is called agent. So now health report. So regularly they have to do the patch updates, virus and threat protection, account protection, firewall protection, app and browser control, device security, performance and health checkup. So these are all the different things it is doing. So it's my computer laptop. I mean, it's my company laptop. So here, whenever I'm trying to download something from the website, my Symantec agent will block it. So as I said, for server protection, we are using Sophos EDR. For laptops protection, we are using Symantec. This is agent, whatever I opened this just now, this agent basically, Sophos agent. Okay. Because of the Sophos agent, whenever I clicked on this particular file, so this agent is communicated to my Symantec server, and Symantec server is blocked based on the policies configured. This is practical, guys. This is the way how it will work. So now in my laptop, I want to test whether my Symantec is running correctly or not, whether it is sleeping or not. In case my antivirus agent, whatever we are using, if it is sleeping, in that scenario, my systems will get compromised. Why? Because it will bypass the malware. So this is called testing files. Basically, there are a couple of files we have under ICAR. So all these are malware files. Okay. Okay, don't download in your personal laptop, guys. In case if you don't have the malware protection or antivirus file, then your system will get compromised. Okay, don't download this one. Just to explain practically how it will work, I explained about this process. Okay. Next one. So yeah, this is example. Whenever if you want to download some of the malware files, our antivirus agent will communicate in this Sophos agent, and finally it will block it. So all these are related to application level only. Then it is process related. Any script control or process control related malwares are existing in your organization level. Even you can go and you can check in task manager. There are a lot of process and services and applications and softwares will run backend. If those processes contains any malwares, it will identify that files as well. So DLL file is one of the dangerous file, guys. DLL is like one of the dangerous file. Next one, prevented credential theft also. So if someone is trying to, okay, leak our credentials, which type of attack is this one? Which type of attack is this one? In Windows, leaking of the, not leaking, stealing of the credentials and passwords, hash values, keys. Which type of attack?
Mimic edge, sir.
Excellent, mimic edge. Now you can see theoretical and practical, you can compare, guys. Whatever attacks we discussed, our part 40 attacks, you have to compare with these policies, especially malware category. Especially malware category, you can compare. In mimikatz is one of the malware category of the attack. Even that type attacks also it can be prevented by antivirus and EDR tool. We have seen ransomware, we have seen the driver downloads. Example, Trojan is a part of driver downloads. Trojan websites. So example, Trojan websites is a driver downloads, application level, web browser. And ransomware we have seen already. So ransomware protection. And even rootkit and privilege escalation we discussed. Okay. Next one, is there any something you are downloading the files from the browser level? It is preventing. And next we have seen any application has a vulnerable, it will prevent that one also. And process script control related, it will block. Even mimikatz related, it will block. There are a lot of other things. So all the, even somewhere USBs also will be available. And script based threats also, PowerShell, Python, Python related also it will block. So all these policies are very important. And scan update, these are all scan updates. And this one is global exclusion. Any file, as I said, if you want to exclude the file, example, Java developer is downloading the file, that file is genuine file and still it is antivirus isn't blocking, we have to exclude those files. So this is about threat prevention. It contains, okay, not only just antivirus and malware, HIDs, HAPS also. Next one, peripheral control. Yeah, peripheral control separate one. USBs I said, right? So third one, driver downloads, phishing email attachments clicking. Third one is a through removable devices. So removable devices meaning this one. So as I said, not only one, you can see one is Bluetooth, one is a secure removable storage like pen drive or memory stick or external hard disk, floppy drive. All these are different types. If something we are copying through or peripheral device like a removable devices, it will block it automatically. So that is peripheral devices, like USBs. Next one is application control. So what are the applications we have to enable and what are the applications we have to block? Example, you can go and create application vulnerabilities, archival tool, asset management tool, a CRM tool, design. All these are different types of tools. Give me 1 second. Internet browser related, office suites. So these are all the different types, category of the applications. Category of the applications. So which one you want to enable and which one we have to block? Example, maybe I want to block so all these are allowed on only game. Maybe game I want to block. I don't want to enable game related in my organization level. Why? Because every employee they will go and they will download the games and they'll play with the games. That is one thing. And instant messaging. So instant messaging maybe we can enable because Teams. And if you want, you can select everything. So I selected everything. And the next one is any social networking. Or social networking, it is not there here. So maybe example USBs, I want to block everything. So select all. Now you can save. Now automatically all these things will be blocked whenever they are trying to game related. If they are trying to download, it will block, and also USB also it will block. Okay, so that is the way how to do application control. Next one is web control.
Sorry,
Application
my
control.
system policies option, it is not showing.
Policies option is not showing.
Yes, sir.
No, you can go to endpoint protection and click on the policies. So you can see all we discussed everything. These are generic way. These are global settings and everything. Under endpoint protection, click on policies. This is related to dedicated to computers, workstation, desktop. Are you able to see? So next one is the data loss prevention. Even we discussed under this one global settings as well. Okay, so click on global settings, click on user rules and data transfer. So select example which country of the PII data we want to block or enable. I will create a custom policy. I don't want to use a default policy. I want to use a custom policy. Example PII data. Next one is messaging, and you can enable this one and save. Add if you want, you can add new content rule. Name of the control PII. All these are implementation, guys. So these already we discussed, right? PII is there, PII 1. Next one. So we already configured this one, and next rule condition. So I will put something here. So now you can select the respective data. So example, I selected Australia and save here. So this is now Australia PII data whenever it is transferring via email, via browser level, via internet, via storage, and via voice or IP through calls, it will be detected and it will block it. So this is data loss prevention, DLP. Next one we have policy, DLP policy over. Next one, please go through and play this one, then only you will understand, guys. Web control. So web control is block listing and whitelisting are similar to like application control almost. Go to settings and you can see here web control. So additional security options, view details, we'll see. Advertisements we want to block or allow. So example, maybe we have to block advertisements related because adware is one type of dangerous one. Next one you can see here, social networking I want to block. So yeah, this is what I said, right? Which type of there are different types are here. Okay, social networking website, adult and nudity related category, business related category. So which one we want to allow and which one we have to block. So we have to, right now it is not enabling, but we have to block this one. Example, already adult, they blocked it. Okay, next one we can see here, downloads. So downloads is okay. Yeah, so this is called which websites we have to allow and which websites we have to block. So that is related to, finally you can save. Whenever any user is trying to access a respective category of the website, it will block it automatically, or either it will allow it. That's called web control. This is also called content filtering. Okay, that's all for today. We will continue tomorrow, guys. 8 o'clock I have meeting is there. Tomorrow, practically, I will show in my organization what tool we are using. So what is meant by inactive and what is meant by active. Devices are available. What are alerts we will see regularly. Couple of alerts I will show you. Even I will upload one of the file. Everybody, hope everyone has the access to the drive. Today I will upload one of the file. What are the use cases or alerts we'll receive regularly in SIM tool, dedicated to EDR tool. Okay, you can go and you can see, and you can what are the different types alerts we will see, because in the interview they will ask this type of questions. So remaining update management and Windows firewall will complete tomorrow, and then I will show practically in my organization what are we configured. Is that be okay?
Sir, please upload this class, sir, today's class, so that we
Yeah,
can.
some people are giving complaint daily. I'm not sure what's happening. Are you people are not able to access the file?
Now they have uploaded, it's not opening, sir.
No, but it is actually what is the problem here is MP4 format. And if you are uploading the file, it is taking almost 1 hour to convert into the readable format.
Yeah, no
Non-readable
issue.
to readable format, it is
Morning
taking
also-
almost 1 hour. Yeah.
By tomorrow morning also, it's not opening, sir.
But when I'm trying in my laptop, I'm able to see. Are you using a laptop or maybe mobile?
In both, sir, I tried.
Okay, both you tried.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, then I will do one thing. I will. What about other people, guys? whether you are able to open the file, whatever I uploaded video.
Some classes are not opening, sir. Some classes are opening.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday,
Same.
yesterday one.
Yesterday were not opening. Sir.
Not opening, sir.
Okay, fine. I will re-download once again and I will upload. Apologies
Okay,
and
sir.
sorry for inconvenience.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we'll continue tomorrow. And please go and play with the tool, and you can understand logically, and theoretical part you can compare with practical. Whenever you are studying something, my notes are there. My notes you can put beside you, and then you can open the tool and you can read it. That's why I'm completing theoretical part first, then I explain practical part. Compare these two, then it is easy for you.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you so much and good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.